Finch, what's up? Like me some Finch knives. What do we got here? This is a model 1929 carbon fiber. It was sold originally for $115. Looks like River's Edge cutlery. Not familiar with them, but I know that I did buy this knife on the secondary market. And all of the stuff is underneath this foam. And I didn't know that the foam came out of these packages. Model 1929, River's Edge Cutlery, got their own sticker. Pretty cool. Yep. And then the Finch warranty was this translucent piece of plastic back then. How cool is that? I think I'm going to bring it back to the surface, though. I'm going to put all that like that. And I'm going to do this like this. And let's get this out of the way. Yeah, so this is a Finch 1929. It's one of their first models. Back in, I believe, 2000, maybe when this one was released. And I bought it definitely on the secondary market. The pocket clip is whooped. Yeah, and it's got some snail trails here too. I got it for a really reasonable price, and none of this really confronts me because I'm going to tumble it up. So the question is, what's a blade look like on it? And I don't mean shape-wise. Yeah, this is the Finch 1929, and like I was going to say all Finches, but I don't know if it's all Finches. But many of them have a hand satin finish on them. This one does as well. And it's in 154. And that hand finish on there is just beautiful, wonderful. And I'm going to say it looks like the original sharpening on it, but I don't see any marks on the blade anywhere. So even if it was used, it wasn't used hard. It would have maybe been just used on a piece of paper. There's no reason for me to tumble that. Definitely going to tumble this and this and this and see if we can't get that back to an original luster without all these snail trails in it. Yeah, let's just run the knife a few times. And so, as all Finches, wonderful action. Man, these little Finches, they make my heart skip a beat, man. I just really like these little dudes. I guess maybe it's like some of us get attached to like case knives or slip joints or whatever. But man, I picked up a few of these Finches and I so like them. Every one I've touched, I like so much. And this one's no different. That odd little mini buoy blade thing that's going on there. How cool is it? Anyways, let's take it apart because this video is going to break. We're going to get this thing tumbled up and see if we can't improve. We'll do a before imaging, and then we'll do an after. We'll break, and then I'll get all this tumbled up. We'll come back and see what's what. Were we able to clean all that up? I'm looking at this pocket clip, and I'm tempted to clean it up before I tumble it. Because, man, it's got the worst of it. For sure. Not sure yet. We'll see. I'm guessing there's a screw under the scale. Yep. The reason I guessed that was because the only screw was back here. And so I thought, man, there's got to be one for this little barrel spacer here. And there is. And of course, this is all one piece here. I'm guessing that's stainless. Careful. Really dirty inside there. Yeah, this is going to be all stainless here. One piece. So we'll just tumble it and see what we get out of that stainless. Be interesting to see how hard it is, if it tumbles well or not. We want to pull the carbon fiber off this side. And, of course, that barrel spacer is spinning away. I'm going to have to get a grip on it. It's okay. The pivot is not captured, but it didn't need to be. I mean, it locked in there. So I'm going to get a towel and a pair of pliers. I don't want this to be too long because we're going to come back after I've tumbled everything and actually check the knife in. So I kind of want to keep this moving. Get this disassembly done. Oh, got it. Gotcha. All right. Hmm. How am I gonna get in there? Because when I'm tapping there, I'm actually tapping on the carbon fiber insert. There it is. Wasn't on lockdown. And let's get this last little barrel spacer off there. And of course, it's locked as well. So we're going to snatch it. Towel, pliers. Oop. Let's try that again. Okay, so we're going to do these two scales and the pocket clip. So I'm going to put all this away. We'll come back and break. Okay, quick before, and then we'll do the after. So we can see, yeah, so there it was. You can definitely see like this one here. And I'm going to find out on, I've got some pieces right now that I picked up on the secondary market that have some use on them, and I'm hoping I can tumble it out. Now, I may have to tumble it and then literally sand this out. Put a satin finish on this scale. Same thing with this pocket clip. I may have to sand that out and then tumble it. Most of it looks like surface snail trails, but I do see some fine scratches in there. So there's the before, and when we come back, we'll be at the after. And we're back. Yep. Just like that. The magic of a video. Yeah, so these got tumbled for about 8 hours with a couple other pieces. And it's interesting because the satin finish, the hand satin finish on the stainless bolster here still shows through, but all of the scratches and snail trails and marks that were on there are gone. But you can still see the hand finish. Wonderful. It turned out great. And so here's the real test. Is this pocket clip. Remember how bashed up that was? I mean, you can go back in the video and look at this clip. It was horrible, and all that's gone. And it's got a nice flat finish. So let's get the parts in here and put this back together. Of course, this is a Finch model 1929, 154 CM. It's got carbon fiber inlays that go on top of these scales, and it's a beautiful knife. I was able to pick it up at a budget price because it was kind of used. And looking at images and such, I thought, I think I can tumble that out. You know, I mean, I'm kind of new at the whole tumbling thing, but I really did think that I could tumble that out of it. And I think I was right. there an internal screw that goes in there? I think there might have been. I better hold off on that. Well, let's do the stuff that we know. Oh, you know what? All three pieces that I tumbled, I did not clean them. Yeah, it's not good. I, I think the right thing to do is if I'm going to work on a knife, when I take it apart, if it's dirty, I need to clean it right then. So why I didn't clean none of these, I don't know, but it's a bad habit. Hopefully you won't see me ever do it again. If I'm going to disassemble a knife, once I get it apart, before I start putting parts in boxes and stuff, I need to clean them up and make sure that they're not sitting here all dirty in the box or whatever. I mean, it wasn't that big a deal, but still. Oh, the blade needs it too. Yeah, because when I took it apart, look at this blade. Right? Like the rest of it shows that hand satin finish, but the part that was inside the scales is filthy. Yeah, I don't know why I was lazy when I took these apart. I'm not sure if it was laziness. I think I had somewhere to be when I took all this apart. It was like, I'm going to snap out. I want to get these in the tumbler, so I did a quick video and took them apart so that I could get the tumbler going. There we go. Love that rivet look where they don't machine that show side. I am a fan. I'm a fan. I like it. Internal stop pins on the blade. Yeah, there's definitely a screw that holds that in. I should almost put that on there now, just so it holds that in there. And it's got to be one of these tiny ones. It's got to be. No, you know what? Those hold the scale on. These barrel screws, this is the barrel screw right here. I say that, but it doesn't seem very interested in that at all. Got two of those. One, two of those. One really long one. Well, let me try the stubby one. See if it goes. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I remember I had to take pliers and hold that down for this screw. You know what? I don't have to put that in there yet. I can put the blade on and put the pivot on. And leave all that and kind of hold it together with the pivot. I just need to put the barrel spacer in place. Actually, I need to put them both in place. This one and this one. Talking myself through it here. Yeah, see, this should hold it all down for me. Yep. Might be a little tight there, but I wanted to get it picked up and get a look and see which screws those are. Without a doubt, the really small ones have to be that scale. Yeah, has to be. No, that really small one is this right here. Yep, I can tell by looking at it. It is not an exterior screw. It's meant to be on the interior. Let me try the other side. I did have to grab that with pliers. I won't have to grab it with pliers this time. I just need to get another T6 and come at it from both sides. Unless I can get that side to lock down, like I just sort of did. Yep. Nice. Don't need no stinking T6s. Wonderful. Perfecto, man. I should be able to run this action now. Yeah, I think I'm a little tight. Oh, I know I'm a little tight. Goodness. Hold up. Hold up, man. Wow. Is this too tight? What's going on? I just had a snag there. You tell me. It's running like the wind now. Woo, nice. Oh, you know what? I'm grabbing the heck out of that lock bar. That's what it is. And that's why, thank goodness, this thing has this insert, makes it kind of like a bolster lock. Yeah. Oh, that was crushing me. All right, definitely a shorty screw here. Come on, man. I only need one. I'm going to have to modify what I'm doing here in a second. There, that's what I was hoping would happen. Well, I got the wrong scale on the wrong side. And of course, it only makes sense that the logo goes on the show side. Only fools can tell. Idiot. Yeah, so I like tumbling. Very cool. So the pocket clip should be the longer back one. And then the shorter front one. All right. You know, I think I mentioned this before. Oh, I think it's going to force me to get another T6 involved. No, I caught it there. And if I caught it on that side, I should be able to catch it on this side now. Yeah, buddy, right there. Okay. And I think we transformed this knife. Transformed it. All them scratches, I mean, if you look at the before and after, the scratches on the pocket clip, oh my goodness. This thing had been in and out of the pocket about 10,000 times. But the hand satin finished blade is perfection. It's beautiful. Yep, never cut. Gorgeous. But all the scratches that were here, the pocket clip was murdered. And so a little tumble time. Man, that tumbler, I love that tumbler. Takes a knife that went from used and, okay to stunning. Yeah. And, one of the ones that I did 3 knives in this tumble session. One of the knives I said I'd have to really acknowledge it as a modified knife. Yeah, no, I'm too tight. This one, I think I'm going to be really comfortable to say that this one's in like new condition. I mean, it's not modified in any way. Now, the hand satin finish on these bolsters, on the scales, these liners, and the pocket clip are not what they would originally be. So I guess there's some argument to say, yeah, no, it's modified, man. That's not how it would came. I think it's awful close, though. Now, I will say I'm not looking to sell any of these Finches. Yeah, these, y'all know, I mean, all the knives I'm looking at, very few I get to keep. These Finches, I'm keeping them. Yeah, I've got a special little case for them, and I'm collecting these little Finch knives. I love them. This 1929, the action on it, I mean, I give it an A minus. It's running really well. Basically, one little shakedown drops out. The flipper tab's got good jimping on the back. I mean, it's snappy. It's locked up tight as can be. A minus. The ergonomics, I can just get 4 fingers on it. It is sort of getting fatter to the back, so the harder I squeeze, the more I lock in. The flipper creates a nice finger guard. So not so confident, very confident. I mean, I can say that I'm confidently gripped on this knife. This is a confident grip. And then it does have this choke up for fine detail work. It can go backwards, but it starts to get a little short. So I'm not really, like, I'm pressing to cap that with my thumb. And then here, not so much. It's really poking me here. Pocket clip. Thick stuff. Oh yeah, wonderful. And it's a tension type clip. So the further I go in, the tighter it gets. Standard jean size material. Probably could use a little tension there. And I'm actually going to wheel that right now. Okay, so I put just the slightest of a hump in there. And I don't even think looking at the camera like you'd see it. But I could see it. Just the tiniest little hump. Bending that with my fingers. And I think it's going to be wonderful now. We'll see. I think it is. All right, standard jean size material. What do we got? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a dryer clip now. Yeah, wonderful. My spot in the back pocket. Yeah, very good. The little screws provide a nice little platform to grab onto. If you reach in there, you can pull it out with that. Very cool. Safety. Can we catch that blade anywhere? Can I pet that doggy? No, nice. Can't pet that doggy. Pocket clip's awesome, tip's good, and I can handle this knife any way I want. No risk of contacting that blade. Let's check that bottom detent. Yeah, snaps in there. It's going to hold that blade solid. Lockup looks to be 25%. Good solid chunk of it. Yeah, that thing's not going anywhere. On this action, definitely cut down on this side. Easy to reach in and get that. Wonderfully to intuitively unlock that knife and close it. Very cool. Nice little one-handed piece. Yep. The only thing left, there's two things. One is how sharp's that 154? Big belly, 154. Not so much. All right, well, let's fix that. Hopefully it's a burr. Okay. Well, I run it on the ceramic a couple of times, and then I stropped it. Yeah, it's crazy sharp. Just needed a strop, had a little booger on it. Super sticky, I can tell you touching it. Yeah, wonderful. All right, price and availability on this wonderful little Finch. $19.29. So they're not, like, they're sold out. I don't know where you, the only way you're going to find one of these 1929s is on the secondary market. My guess is you're going to be $135 plus. I think new these went for about $135. And one of the neat things about these Finches is they hold their value. You know, like you're not going to find these, all of a sudden find one of these for $50. Now, with that said, I am okay if I can clearly see images, talk to the seller, get good information. Man, that blade's sharp. I touched that on my thumb on that and it bit me. Ooh. But I was able to communicate with the seller and get a good idea of what was going on here, got good imagery of the pocket clip. And I can tell you, looking at it all, I just said, man, even if I had to re-sand it, hand finish it, I was willing to do that. So I got it at a great price. And, you know, it's one of the things about messing with used knives is that you can get it at a price and then play with it and get it up to snuff. I was prepared to even hand finish this blade if necessary because it's got a beautiful hand finish on it. Yeah, so the Finch model 1929, 154 cm stainless steel liners with these carbon fiber inserts, titanium pocket clip. Yeah, what a cool piece. Hey, appreciate y'all watching.